Offering for Grief by Nancy Schaefer. Look, I have made this bowl for you, this large dark blue one with lilies etched across the bottom, around the sides. I have cleaned this box for you, lined it in soft brown wool, have set it here by the stove, warm. You could lie under the mulberry tree at the edge of the garden, wait in grass for lace wings and evening, or lie on the bed, light falling near. Sit on the bureau. What I mean to say is, I will make a place for you. In the spirit of making a place for it all, let us worship together. Welcome to worship at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Greensboro. I'm the Reverend Sadie Lansdale, and I'm the minister of this congregation. Unitarian Universalists believe that each person has a trustworthy relationship with the Spirit, with the Holy, with the source of all life, with what some call God, though we name it and know it differently from one another. We believe that because we are interconnected, no one is free until we all are free. So we strive to build beloved community here on earth in our fellowship with one another and in our work for justice. Whether today is your first or your 1,000th Sunday in our midst, we are stronger because you are with us. We are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We are all growing, all learning, and all loved. Our ministry team here at UUCG is Cindy Dillard, our Director of Children's and Youth Ministry, Luke Steichleather, our Experimental Director of Music, Julie Hamilton, our Congregational Administrator, and me. Should you have your phone on during service making noise?
No.
Should you check to see if your phone's off? Should you take your mask off? If you have a joy or sorrow to share in our prayers of the people, you can write it on the yellow card in your order of service and hold it up during our opening hymn for the ushers to collect. You can also light a candle of remembrance at any time during the music in the service. If you're joining us online and you'd like to get more connected, you can click the link in the description of this YouTube video and let the church know how we can connect with you. If you're in person, you can fill out a pink form at the visitors table, visit our website and fill out our contact form, or simply stick around after worship for our post-worship reflection. If you're joining us online, go ahead and say hello in the chat. And if you're joining us in the sanctuary, I want you to turn around and wave hello to everyone joining us online. It is good to be together.
My name is Cindy Dillard, and I'm the Director of Children's and Youth Ministry. Would Carol Webb please come forward to light our chalice? Please join me in our chalice lighting words found in your order of service. We light this chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith, to remind us to connect in spirituality and service, to care for each other and the world, and to create a loving community. A covenant contains the promises we make to one another in response to the great gift of living, holding ourselves to these holy aspirations. Will you join me in our church covenant? We, the members of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Greensboro, do covenant to promote a search for personal meaning, respecting the individual truth in a community process of quest. Speak and act with caring, courtesy, and love, thereby maintaining emotional, physical, and spiritual safety for all. Support UUCG and denominational efforts with our resources. Combat injustice while promoting equality. Nurture our children on their spiritual journey. Hold ourselves to this covenant, especially during times of conflict and disagreement. During our opening music, ushers will come forward to collect your yellow cards. Will you rise in body or in spirit for our opening hymn, number 1, May Nothing Evil Cross This Door?
We gather in gratitude this morning, turning our hearts to thanks and praise for the gift of living in the presence of the Spirit that animates all life, and in the knowledge that we are powerfully, profoundly connected to all that is, all that has been, and all that will be. During these few minutes of silence, you can focus on something you're grateful for, someone you're remembering especially today, or just the sensation of your chair supporting you. Will you find a comfortable place in your seat? Take a few easy breaths at your own pace as we settle into our shared silence together. Marie Houck's aunt, her late mother's twin sister, Nora Parento, died last week, and we hold you and your family in our prayers, Marie. Nora Bird offers prayers for her brother Tom on what would have been his 72nd birthday, and for those who were drafted into the Vietnam War like him. Nora, our prayers are with you and with Tom, and with those who died. Mariah Brown offers prayers for the shooting in Texas, for the teachers and children and families. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mariah, our prayers are with you and all those who are reeling from loss. Merritt Waite's son and his husband will be coming this week from their home in Mexico for a visit. Merritt, our joy is with you and your family. Justin Peel offers a joy that he and Chad have selected their wedding venue, and they're looking forward to celebrating with all of us. We offer prayers of thanksgiving for Luke's year with us and our joys and best wishes to him as he heads to Texas for the Round Top Classical Music Festival for the summer. Luke, our prayers are with you and our gratitude goes with you too for your ministry with us this year. Betsy Lindsay's joy is that 11 people participated in our new members class yesterday, and we had stimulating discussions and enjoyed getting to know each other. We will welcome new members on Sunday, June 19th. Betsy, our joy is with you and with everyone who is ready and exploring joining this church community. It is such a good thing to be together, to grow in fellowship and in spirit. I invite you now to offer the names of those people on your hearts, living or dead, near or far, that this community might hold them in prayer and in love. You can type them in the comments if you're joining us online. You can speak them now. Here in this silence and in this holy murmur lies the love that holds us all. Will you join me in prayer? This is written by N. Barclay, writing for Enfleshed. I recoil before spiritual intentions aiming for peace that is unaffected, untroubled, unchanged by another white supremacist manifesto, cascades of anti-trans bills, or the cruel politics of war. What comfort is untainted tranquility that never has its own sleepless nights, restless with grief? Talking with ghosts of children and elders and a God that is tired. I rest only in the company of an honest and confused faith, broken open and angry with no tidy answers, but love that is willing to fight. I don't know exactly what it looks like in a body, in a prayer, in a daily life, to refuse to be resolved while also refusing to wear out. Pressed in either direction, I only find dead ends. So I feel downward like roots, like lineages, like the dark, quiet soils where time doesn't exist. Burrowing beneath the fragile, careful surface, I seek the spiritual underground, where the unkempt and unruly groan in those dense, wordless depths. And the worms are busy shifting the earth. We ask these things for ourselves, for those we love, and for those we do not love. Amen. In our singing meditation, we sing the things we often cannot say, our prayer and our yearning, our heartbreak and our hope. Flawed creatures though we are, something extraordinary about the human condition is our continual ability to make something beautiful out of pain. Stay seated and sing from your heart, number 1002 in your teal hymnal, Comfort Me.
Our Time for All Ages is called Love Dogs. It's by the 13th century Persian Sufi mystic Rumi. One night, a man was crying, Allah, Allah. His lips grew sweet with the praising until a cynic said, "So, I have heard you calling out, but have you ever gotten any response?" The man had no answer to that. He quit praying and fell into a confused sleep. He dreamed he saw Kidder, the guide of souls, in a thick green foliage. "Why did you stop praising?" "Because I've never heard anything back." This longing you express is the return message. The grief you cry out from draws you toward union. Your pure sadness, this wants help, is the secret cup. Listen to the moan of a dog for its companion. That whining is the connection. There are love dogs no one knows the name of. Give your life to be one of them.
We're rescheduling the child dedication planned for today. And the children present who are 4th grade and under are invited to go with our floaters to play. Religious exploration class begins for all at 11:15. Will you join me in singing them out? Go in peace, go in love, go in joy. Go in peace, go in peace, go in peace, amen, amen. Go in love, go in love, go in love, amen, amen. Go in joy, go in joy, go in joy, amen, amen. We could play Mad Libs with the headlines about these school shootings. We could control and replace the names of cities and numbers of children in the Word documents that described what happened this week, or last week, or the week before, or the year before, or when I was in high school. My colleagues who have been preaching since the late 1990s look back at their sermons after Columbine, and they want to tear them to pieces. Or after Sandy Hook, or after Charleston, or after Buffalo. The young men who are committing these mass shootings are so young. They are young enough that when they were in school, they did the active shooter drills that I did in the mid-2000s. The Guide of Souls asks this faithful Muslim man, "Why did you stop praising?" "Because I never heard anything back." "Why did you stop praising?" "Because my heart was broken." "Why did you stop praising?" "Because I saw the terrible things that we do to one another, and the ache in my soul grew louder than my song of praise." "Why did you stop praising?" "Because I didn't know if it would do any good." "Why did you stop praising?" "Because my enemies won, and I lived the rest of my life in despair." "Why did you stop praising?" "Because I thought I couldn't praise and weep at the same time." "Why did you stop praising?" "Because it hurt my heart too much to love a world that kept killing us." "Why did you stop praising?" "Because I felt so lonely in my sorrow. I didn't know what to do with my bliss." The Rabbi Irving Greenberg, in a 1974 essay called "Cloud of Smoke, Pillar of Fire," offered this as a working principle. No statement, theological or otherwise, should be made that would not be credible in the presence of burning children. His work was primarily about the deafening Christian silence in the wake of the Holocaust. His working principle applies far beyond. My introduction to systemic theology professor, the Reverend Dr. James Hal Cone, who is widely regarded as the father of Black liberation theology, would remind us that white Christians and white atheists, for that matter, were primarily concerned with the matter of the non-believer, and that he thought we all ought to be concerned with the matter of the non-person. What do these intellectual debates about God matter when people are killed like dogs? I hear the guide of souls kindly asking, you know, in the call center, we used to get your praise to Allah every day. And then one day, nothing. What happened? I don't hear the guide of souls telling this man he did something wrong. I hear the guide of souls trying to understand. I hear the guide of souls trying to help the man repair this connection, reconnect the line. Unitarian Universalists believe that each person has a connection to the holy, a direct experience of transcending mystery and wonder. And part of what this means is that when I took the job, they did not install a hotline in my office to God. I tell you what, though, I ache for that hotline. And not primarily as a minister, not primarily as a preacher, but as a person who loved the world. Listen to the whine of a dog for its companion. That whining is the connection. Sometimes your only credible knowledge of God is longing for God. Sometimes your only credible knowledge of a better world is the deep ache in you for a world where no children are shot in school. This year, 7 of my colleagues have met every Thursday afternoon on Zoom for 2 hours. And we review each other's sermons, offer feedback, and meaningful witness. And in our group on Thursday, we looked at each other and we were just like, what is it this week? What's the good news this week? No statement, theological or otherwise, should be made that isn't credible in the presence of burning children. I remember those among us who have survived the terrible pain of losing. I have a colleague, the Reverend Kim Waldszewski, whose child died suddenly and inexplicably at 2 years old. His name is Malcolm, and they planted a memorial garden for him. And Kim writes, Malcolm's garden continues to flourish in ways we couldn't have imagined. Everything is elbowing for more attention, and you better believe we're going to find a way to give them space to grow unencumbered. A hummingbird drank from the catmint right next to us while we marveled at it all. The rose bush is a show-off, and we are happy to applaud. The thing is, all this despair, even now, it can't stop the flowers from blooming. And that's not a word of hope. That is a thing to reckon with. Not a word of hope, but a thing to reckon with. I feel the strength in my own body alongside my devastation. Not a word of hope, but a thing to reckon with, meaning both something that must be taken into account and also something to strengthen us against all we must fight. Not a word of hope, but a thing to reckon with. I remember that my best thing to reckon with is us. I recall that a community that seeks the holy, tries to make a difference, believes in good company from birth to death, has been at every stage of my life a refuge, a strength, and a great joy. I remember in the midst of all of this, we're dedicating babies and children. We're making changes in our common life together for the sake of the beautiful intergenerational community that is already here. We're teaching young people the things that matter most for all of us. We're teaching your body is a gift. You're worthy of love just because you were born. You have sacred responsibility to respect and protect others. Your experience of the holy counts. Even if you, like me, mostly don't have the hotline. Even if you, like me, mostly experience a great and terrible longing for God. Even if you, like me, identify so much more with the dog whining for the person who has left for work. Even if you, like me, mostly experience a great and terrible longing for another world, for true peace, for heaven on earth. The things I believe in don't comfort me much when everything is shattered. Rather, it is the things that I long for. This might be true for you, especially if over the course of your life the things you believe in or the things you were told to believe in have changed or been shattered or not been credible in the presence of tragedy or the truth of your own beautiful life. It may be that the things that you thought you once believed in crumble. For example, I once believed that I lived in a country that did good in the world, and this has shattered. It is instead the things that I am hungry for that bring me solace, if not comfort. Exactly, that bring me power, if not certainty. If you, like me, have a deep hunger in you for a better world, feed it. Like the whine of a dog for its companion. Your hunger for God, your hunger for a big, certain love, your hunger for a world that is safe, for heaven on earth with no walls or borders or prisons or cages around our hearts. That hunger is the portal to the world that is possible. The rumble in your belly and the ache in your throat pulls you and pulls us all forward together. Sometimes the only credible thing to say is that God is in your hunger for God. The promise of a better world is in your longing for it. The prophet Isaiah, writing so many years ago, is the one who said, the people will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Now the sword and the spear lobby is extraordinarily powerful in our day. And the faithful work is to hunger for the plowshare and the pruning hook. You are longing for something big and good and better than this, more whole than what we've got now, is holy. It calls you forward into partnership, shaping a more loving world out of the tears and the ashes and the headlines. One of my colleagues in this preaching group, the Reverend Molly Hausch-Gordon, has said, I know that it is focus group tested and possibly politically expedient to talk about common sense gun reform. But the mother in me is ready to torch the factories. the streets should run with molten metal before they run with the blood of our children. May it be so for you and so for us all. Amen. Will you rise in body or in spirit for a musical response, number 30, Over My Head. You might hear in this song some good company for your longing, for big love, and for the world that yet could be.
One of the ways that we live out our mission to create loving community is to contribute financially to the ministries of this congregation and to the good work of our community partners. One of the ministries of this church is our Minister's Discretionary Fund, which is available to anyone in a tough spot. We can help with medical bills, rent, groceries, or other needs. Reverend Sadie's email and phone number are on the back of your order of service, or you can contact the church through our website. Our offering this month goes to GC Stop. the Guilford County solution to the opioid problem. GC Stop works to reduce the harm of opioid use through mobile needle exchanges, overdose response, and if desired, counseling. People who use opioids deserve compassionate, evidence-based care, which includes judgment-free needle exchanges. Addiction is complex and does not discriminate. GC Stop extends a practical, compassionate, non-judgmental hand to those who need it. If you'd like to make a contribution for our offering to be split with GC Stop, you can do so at the link in the description of this video. You can also mail a check. Ushers will come forward to collect the offering, which will now be gratefully received.
From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. Hallelujah.
Julian, you are holy, you are holding my hand. And Julian, you are holy, you are holding my hand. She said all will be well, and all will be well. All manner of things will be well. I said, Julian, do you not know about sorrow? And Julian, do you not know about pain?
I said, Julian, do you not know about hunger? And Julian, do you not know about shame?
She said, all will be well, and all will be well. All manner of things will be well. I said, Julian, do you not know about loneliness? And Julian, do you not know about disease?
I said, Julian, do you not know about cruelty? I said, Julian, it's too much, it's brought me to my knees.
She said, all will be well, and all will be well. All manner of things will be well.
She said, no one does not know about sorrow, and no one does not know about pain.
She said, no one does not know about hunger, and no one does not know about shame. She said, all will be well, and all will be well. All manner of things will be well.
She said, no one does not know about loneliness, and no one does not know about disease.
She said, no one does not know about cruelty. She said, I know it's too much, It brought me to my knees, where I heard all will be well, and all will be well. All manner of things will be well. She said, baby girl, do you not know about tenderness? And baby girl, do you not know about friends? She said, baby girl, do you not know about the Spirit? She said, baby girl, do you not know it's only love that never ends? And so all will be well, and all will be well. All manner of things will be well, and so all will be well, and all will be well. All manner of things will be well.
Will you join me in our chalice extinguishing words? We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Can we just hear some piano before I make announcements? Thank you. Sometimes I want to quit everything that isn't a riot, but until that day, during our postlude, youth and teachers can go to RE in the classrooms. Anyone who needs to or wishes to go can leave with our blessing, and our adult religious exploration will focus on how the worship service speaks to your life. After that, we have an all-church potluck today. We'll have inside and outside eating options for everyone's safety and comfort, and a very, very brief program to celebrate the good work of this church year. Next Sunday, worship in the park at Gibson Park, and another potluck, I think, probably. They're coming back. June 26th kicks off our summer preaching series. I have been teaching a class for lay preachers, and Betsy Lindsay will kick it off on June 26th. Our summer worship is, I'm actually very sad I'll be away for it, but that is sort of the whole plan. I've just been really moved by the deep wrestling and beautiful stories and the good word that these fine folks are going to bring you this summer. Also, Justin and Chad have dozens of eggs from their chickens that they are really trying to pawn off on y'all, so make sure that when we set out food for the potluck, they're raw, yeah. Okay, so if you just see like a bunch of eggs, don't eat them now, but you can take them home with you. Until the day when I quit everything to riot, we may as well gather, we may as well sing, we may as well feed each other, we may as well celebrate and witness each other's good work and journeys through living. Take this song with you into your week. Whether you believe it or whether you just long for it. All will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. Go in peace. You can place your hands over your heart and sing our benediction hymn. This is a Hebrew song that means, peace, dear friends, until we meet again.
I just have some stuff.
I love that song. I love singing. Well, what you were playing